Math 083 Final Exam Review, Problem 5, Parts A and C. We will solve these rational equations. We solve rational equations by finding a common denominator, usually the least common denominator. And in this case, the least common denominator is simply the product of these two denominators, 7 times the quantity 2t minus 1. Now here's what we do with this least common denominator. We multiply each and every fraction on both sides of the equal sign by that LCD. This maneuver is mathematically legal, permissible, because we have an equation and we have multiplied the same quantity to each term on both sides of the equation. Now it's also a beneficial maneuver because we can divide out factors, and in doing so we eliminate the denominators. On the left hand side of the equal sign we have this 7 and this t plus 1 factor. 7 times the quantity t plus 1. On the right hand side of the equal sign we have 5 times the quantity 2t minus 1. 7t plus 7 after distributing. On the right hand side 10t minus 5. Subtract 7t from both sides. We have 7 equals 3t minus 5. Adding 5 to both sides, we have 12 equals 3t. And dividing both sides by 3, we get t equals 4. Of course we should check our work. If I take this 4, the value of t, and put it here and here, what do I get? I get 5/7, a true statement. Therefore, t equals 4 is the correct solution. Here in part C there is only one denominator, so by default, you might say, that m minus 3 denominator is the LCD. I multiply m minus 3 to each and every term on both sides of the equation. Those divide to 1, and these divide to 1. On the left hand side we have that 1 plus 2 times m minus 3. On the right hand side we have this 1. So we have 1 plus 2m minus 6 equals 1. 2m minus 5 equals 1. Adding 5 to both sides, we have 2m equals 6. And dividing both sides by 2, we have m equals 3. However, if I take m equals 3 and replace it in the original equation, right here and right here, what do I get? I have 1 divided by 3 minus 3 plus 2 equals 1 divided by 3 minus 3. 1 divided by 0 plus 2 equals 1 divided by 0. Well, 1 divided by 0 is an undefined quantity. Therefore, m equals 3 cannot be a solution. It was the only candidate for solution, and since it's not a solution, we have to say that this equation has no solution. And you want to know something? We could have guessed that right away. Look at our original equation. We have this quantity plus 2 equals that same quantity. If you add 2 to some quantity, you can't get the same quantity again. So this equation could not have had any solutions.